Sunny TV Unfiltered. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for everyone joining us. Emery out, Granit Xhaka out, VAR out. Take your pick. Which what sequence do you want it in? Do you want Emery out first, VAR out first, or Granit Xhaka out first?
Let's go VAR.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's do VAR.
Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2. We've thrown away a 2-goal lead. 11 penalties faced by Bernd Leno. He hasn't got close to any of them. We've got another Petr checking goal. Nicolas Pepe, one game wonder. Where was he? Nowhere. Aubameyang, where was he? Nowhere. Lacazette, where was he? Nowhere. The only player who was anywhere was Socrates, was my man in the match, and Guendouzi. The rest of them were crap. Sorry, but they were. Got some special guests in the house. Welcome to everyone in the comments. We've got Simon, who's Jose Mourinho in. Addy from AFTV FC. Welcome back, Addy. We've got Terry Armaguna.
How you doing?
JR Decipher, welcome back, bro.
Thanks, man.
And Ben has also just come back from the game.
Cheers, mate.
And he looks happy for some reason.
Do you know what? Part of me is happy because we didn't paper over the cracks this time and get away with it. So it's been highlighted. And Xhaka, for me, he did what I was expecting him to do 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Well, he's thrown his toys out the pram.
Yeah.
And this time he's hit somebody in the eye with them because they're not going to let him get away with them. You know, he's told the crowd to F off. And the reason the crowd got on his back is not because he got substituted, it's because he was strolling off the pitch like Ozil did against Chelsea. Yeah. It didn't have nothing to do with him getting substituted.
When his number went up, I was there as also Ben. When his number went up, there was a few fans that were booing him and jeering him. Right? That was all. There was just a few. Nothing major, not a problem. And then he decided himself to take some fairy steps when we've just lost a two goal lead and we was 2-2, and he was taking forever to get off the pitch. And then fans started getting on his back, just saying, "Come on, get off the pitch. We want to score another goal here to try and win the match." And he basically carried on doing what he was doing, and then he had the rest of the stadium on him. That's when he threw his toys out the pram. Disgusting behaviour, absolutely disgusting.
He chucked the armband at Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. He chucked it at him. You know what I mean?
Didn't even pass it over to him. He
definitely not. Yeah.
I mean, the armband and not calling him what he is, because he's never going to be that in my eyes at my club anymore.
100%.
He shouldn't have been in the first place.
Before we come to the breakdown of the game, I just want to put this up.
Yeah, I commented on that. I saw that.
Yeah, leave it out. Fucking ridiculous.
You know, you might get match one shirt, Robbie. You know, I think it fits because Xhaka was a disgrace today, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're not saying it for what it is. It's a disgrace. He should never be Arsenal captain. What was worse? What was worse today? Was it team selection? Was it VAR? Was it Unai Emery's hair? Was it Xhaka's attitude? Was it Pepe went missing? What was worse today, Addy?
So with me, how I saw it, I'm sure all the fans were excited to see Ceballos, Laka, Pepe, and Aubameyang on the team sheet, and Tierney on the team sheet. All the fans were excited.
Were they playing? Were they playing?
Let me get to that. But then I think all the fans were surprised when we shaped up as a 4-4-2 against Crystal Palace at home. You put our most creative player again on the left-hand side of midfield, which again doesn't make sense for me. This is the first time I could actually say Arsenal were a threat on set pieces. Other than that, we didn't create nothing. Again, obviously they're all playing, but then if you don't have any supply to Lacazette, any supply to Aubameyang, any supply to Pepe, they're just ineffective. And then you're just waiting for any of them to just do something magical for them to do a moment of magic just by themselves. But that can't happen every single match. And again, just like what Ben said, I'm happy that someone didn't come and save the day and paper over the cracks, because it just shows again that we lack creativity. We have a manager that has no tactical nous. He's a novice when it comes to anything tactical. He is too pragmatic, always defensive, always think of the other team. Where we're at home, we should be setting up 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 3-5-2, and attacking teams. But we're at home. Crystal Palace had the ball, they were popping it around the midfield because they played a 4-5-1, had an extra body in midfield, kept popping it about. And again, it's a lackluster performance. It's for me, it's ridiculous. I don't really. I said I don't watch Arsenal. To be fair, I actually watched them today. I saw it was 2-0 up, and I was thinking, you know what? Oh, this might be good football. But nope, it wasn't. It was just, and then I realised it was 2 corners that we scored from. So it was just ridiculous.
You know what? It was 2-0 up after, was it 10 minutes? Yeah. 10
minutes, yeah.
And for 10 minutes, I was thinking, I wish I went. On the 11th minute, on the 12th minute, on the 13th minute, I was saying to myself, I'm glad I never.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Simon, you're sitting there as angry. You look as angry as I do.
Well, this is going to be a world first for you, Sonny. I didn't even watch the game, to be honest.
What are you doing on the podcast then?
You are? I am not Victor. No, it's mine and Alas's anniversary today. I thought, stuff it with a meal instead.
That's lovely if we talk about the anniversary, but we won't talk about Arsenal.
I still stand by what my title says, though. Jose in.
So
100%.
There's no point talking to you about the game, then, is there?
I've just got back, and then I saw Twitter, Granit Xhaka's trending, literally, and I just saw that, and I went, "What the freaking hell's happened?" Because I saw 2-0, and then I went, "Oh, nice one. Should be an alright podcast tonight. We're all happy." And then all of a sudden, it gets to dessert. I looks up and it goes 2-2, and then I see Man United 3-0 or something like that, and then I see Liverpool come back and be winning 2-1. I thought, "Fucking Jesus Christ!" And then loads of people just tweeting me, saying stuff like, "What have you heard? What have you heard? What have you heard? Anything on Jose? Anything on Jose?" It's like, for God's sake, do I look like his PR?
Yeah.
What we do, we'll come to Terry because I want you to tell me everything was wrong, what went wrong, and then I want Ben to defend everything what went right.
You don't want much from me, then, mate, do you?
Go on, Terry.
Oh, where do I start?
The floor's yours, bruv. You got.
What did I do?
Well, the captain's armband's been thrown up in the air, and you're the one who picks it up. So the floor's yours.
Was it worse than Victoria?
Listen, Victoria. Was it worse than Victoria?
Yeah, I've not watched the game. I haven't watched the game.
As Sonny said, the first 10 minutes we come out and we looked like we was going to absolutely boss this game. We looked steadily. We looked good on corners. We looked all right. And then as soon as the 2 goals went in, we went defensive. Literally, we sat back. Apart from the Pepe, he had a shot that went past the post in that first half. That was it. There was nothing at all.
It was offside for that as well. Just to let you know.
Oh, Pepe,
that shot, it wouldn't have counted. It was offside.
Or was it? As I say, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
By the way, just to let you all know, the kid is now Emery out.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
That's true.
He messaged me when we was 2-0 up and said, "Told you we was all gravy at the Emirates. Told you we play all gravy at the Emirates and all that." And I said, "Be careful what you wish for." I said, "Don't get too excited yet." I already texted Sonny before the game and my brother, and I said, "We'll give away a penalty." And what happens? Bang! The penalty got given against. I don't know if it was a penalty, if it should have been a penalty or what. But then the penalty happened, and I told him at half time, "Don't get too excited because you don't know what's going to happen." And then all of a sudden, all this has happened in the second half. Well, we didn't show up in the second half at all. There was nothing in that second half whatsoever. And his substitutions were disgraceful again. Aaron Earth take Tierney off when we need a goal to win the game and bring Kosniak on.
Oh, God.
That's what he done. What he should have done if Tierney was lacking in pace and with the game or whatever, I understand that. He should have took him off, put Callum Chambers over as left back and Brambella in on as right back. So then we still could have made Martinelli come on as a sub to try and get us that goal. That's what he should have done. But like everyone was around me was saying, we need to get a goal from somewhere. We've got 3 defenders on the bench and a defensive midfielder. Apart from Martinelli, who else was there? Who are we going to bring in to score a goal to get us out there? Oh, and Xhaka, sorry. He brings Xhaka on and he tells the front 4 to sit up top as a front 4. Yeah? He tells them to sit up front as a front 4, but we've got no creative midfielders in there to pass the ball to our forwards. He takes Xhaka off and he puts Tobias back there. What's the point? What is the point? This manager is a disgrace. And if I've had a look at Twitter, anyone that's defending Xhaka, then what they should do is they should get all their anger at Emery. Because if it weren't for Emery picking him as captain and playing him every week, he wouldn't get this. He wouldn't get none of this abuse. So don't feel sorry for Xhaka. Send all your abuse to Emery. You surely can't be Emery in there. It's a joke.
Have you read Emery's quotes after the game? I've seen one quote. I've seen one quote when he said, "We are improving every single day, Summer. We lost this fixture last year. We drew. We got a point."
Wow.
You know what though, Simon? You know what? Corex is saying, "No way, Mourinho in." Sonny, I'll ask you again, bro. Would you pay £100 to watch a Mourinho team? Pay some compensation to us, seeing that to get the right manager. We want attractive football and good tactics. You know what? I'll give Mourinho 5 games to show me he can play football.
Yeah.
You know.
Hold on. But this is the thing about Mourinho. What's the thing that some people don't understand about Mourinho. Yes, he plays defensive when he goes away at the big teams. But when he was at Real Madrid, they played attractive football at Real Madrid. They scored the most goals at Real Madrid in that season, which is still a record till today. And you have all your wonderful Barcelona teams over the years, but they still have that record. Again, he had Ronaldo, Ozil, Benzema. He plays with attacking players. He just makes sure his team actually works hard. Something that everybody's thinking that Emery was going to do and bring here, but we don't have. He doesn't have any tactical nous. And yeah, maybe he might be saying the right things in the media at the moment to see it, to actually say, okay, cool, let's give him the job. But no one can actually say Emery deserves to be in this position now. No one actually even thinks that Emery deserves to even get the job from the start. So you know what? Yeah, give it to Mourinho. Let him have a go. And as you said, give him 5 games. But I tell you now, we'll be playing much better football than the
you know what, Eddie? Westbrook, you might be a Chelsea fan, but I love you, bro. Thank you. Even opposing fans are now seeing what I said about Emery, which some dumb Arsenal fans are still not seeing. You
know what his biggest mistake was tonight and all was that if I was a manager or any decent manager, when Xhaka started getting all that, when he just was poodling it off, I would have run on there and I would have dragged him off. I'd have dragged him off because he getting all that, he was just standing there and he was clapping at him, just clapping, going like that, come on, just going like that. He should have run on that pitch and dragged him off and told him to hurry up because we need to get a goal to win this.
So what do you make of this comment then? Disgraceful booing a player off the pitch after our 5th in the Premier League, and those fans who are not proper fans of the club.
Listen, everybody, he deserved it. He's an idiot. He's shit. He's crap. He's rash. He's done nothing for us in how long?
Can you on whoever that was and answer this then? What did Ozil do so bad? Because if that was Ozil, his neck would have been wanted for.
Yeah,
it would have been wanted for. So what did Ozil do so bad that Xhaka hasn't done worse tonight?
Sorry, carry on.
Sorry, mate.
No, I was just gonna say the same thing. What does Xhaka actually bring to the team? He doesn't bring goals, doesn't bring assists, doesn't bring protection to the defense. He does not do anything for the team.
According to the kid, Addy, Xhaka brings height.
He can't win a fucking header though, can he?
He didn't
even go for a header.
How many headers did he win in that midfield today?
He didn't go for any headers, mate. He ducked out. He looked to the ball and ducked out 3 that I saw on my end.
Ben,
You know what? Sorry, just quickly. You know what? One thing I'll give Xhaka. He didn't get yellow card today.
He
would have missed. He would have missed the Wolves match if he got yellow card today.
If he doesn't miss the Wolves match anyway, mate, then there's something serious on this fucking club. Honestly.
He's gonna be there. He'll be there.
I think he will.
Bruv, the only thing I'll give Xhaka is a cold.
Listen, I think he's done the best thing he's ever done for Arsenal tonight, and was taking that shirt off and throwing it on the floor. That's the best thing he's ever done, because he should never have worn it in the first place.
Yeah, he hung himself out to dry. Fucking idiot. Can't stand
I just don't understand how you've got someone like Lucas Torreira, an actual DM, and he don't even give a sniff.
Mate, he's a number 10.
Before we come to Ben, Xhaka wasn't actually having a bad game, right? But there's a big but. That lack of tackle to allow that cross to come in, for David Luiz to fall asleep, for Crystal Palace to equalise, was unforgivable. So on that base alone, he should have been substituted. He should have been prostituted. Never mind substituted. They should have prostituted his ass.
Jesus.
Ben, go on, mate.
Right, the only thing I'm going to say about Xhaka is this, right? Every time I get someone on Twitter saying to me, but he didn't have a bad game. No one says, oh, he had a fucking outstanding game. He absolutely dominated midfield. It's, but he didn't have a bad game. Like, what does that mean? If nobody's having a good game, they shouldn't be on the fucking pitch. Doesn't matter who they are. That's my first point. Second point, what did I predict before the match? 2-2. Why? Because we don't have a spine in the middle of the midfield. We could be 4-0 up and then teams overrun us. It doesn't make a difference. We created fuck all in open play. We had 2 corners that realistically Palace you'd expect to deal with, especially the first one. They didn't. I think it's because it was early in the game. We got away with that. And his substitutions were shocking. Why? I understand Tierney's knackered, right? And he's played 3 games now, is it in 2 weeks, whatever, and he's still building his way back. Fine. Bring Martinelli on. What happened to the lies we've fed? I'd rather win 5-4 than 1-0. Bollocks. Ozil's playing really well in training. He's going to get a chance in the team. Oh, it's now the hierarchy have decided he's not. Bollocks. He's put, as we said, we had 2 conversations 3 weeks ago, right? One was, will we get top 4? And I think I was the only one who said no.
No,
I don't think we. Yeah, actually, no. To be fair to you, did say no, but a lot of people were really like thinking, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to turn it around. Turn around what? That performance is the same performance I saw against Villa, against Tottenham, against Watford. Every fucking game is the same. It doesn't matter how many goals we score.
Do you know what? Corretto art. You know what? It's fans like you I despise, bruv. But but I appreciate you for watching the channel, so I don't despise you that much.
Sonny, that's an exact. This is the thing, right? You support someone, right? If you're married, you support your wife, you support your family. You don't buy your wife a dress to go and shag the guy she's cheating on you with. Do you know what I mean? You need to step in and say, no, enough is enough.
The reason I've called Corretto art out. I hope your art is not as bad as Arsenal's playing football, bruv, to be honest with you. But the reason I called you out, my friend, is because you say no one wants to play for us because our fans are really toxic. Try being a fan of Real Madrid. Try being a fan of a Turkish team. Try being a fan of a Greek team. Try being a fan of the team in Portugal who the supporters rush the training ground. That's what you call toxic fans. Arsenal fans are not toxic fans. The only thing about Arsenal fans is nothing.
Just because we call out the players when they make mistakes or consistent mistakes, or the managers keep making stupid mistakes and stupid decisions.
Another point I made, which has kind of been brought up already, is the fact that I don't rate Xhaka as a player, and I don't think he's good enough to play in the Premier League, my opinion. I don't hate the guy, but aside from the actions he did today, it was always going to happen that he was going to be toxic to the fan base because nobody thinks he deserves to even start in a match, let alone be captain. He doesn't show. We called it
as soon as he got made captain, Ben. We called it, didn't we?
Exactly. I said. We all said it's and that's Emery laying on his sword. And now what's he going to do? He doesn't want to discuss it in public. He said he wants to discuss it internally, and I'm sure something will happen. Well, I don't think anything will happen. What's Ozil going to say to that then?
I mean, the thing is, after tonight, after seeing what's happened tonight, right? You got 3 things here. You got Xhaka that's done that, and obviously should be stripped of captaincy. And as far as I'm concerned, shouldn't be in playing for us again. You got Emery that's clapping him off and not doing anything about what he done, was discussing, just letting him come off instead of saying to him, come on, you know what I mean, what you're doing, we need to get a goal here to win. And thirdly, you got fans at the 75th minute, I think, and the 93rd minute singing Ozil's name all around the stadium. Now, you've got the manager sitting there, just clumped in his chair, and all the fans singing Ozil. Now the board has got to do something about this.
Terry, Nitesh is saying the reason Xhaka reacted this way is because he's been giving death threats on Twitter. And his wife was abused, along with jokes made about his family, and today he was booed. How about you don't go on Twitter then? How about you don't go on Instagram? You know, it's not compulsory to be on social media.
Can we clear the narrative up here though, right? Because I just want to say as well, I don't know where Terry you sit, but where I sat is opposite Emery, right? When the first substitution came up and we saw Saka standing there, and Xhaka's number came up, it was an ironic cheer, and it wasn't actually aimed directly at Xhaka. It was more at the fact that, wow, Emery's taken off his little fucking bum boy. Yep. Wow, amazing. And then it was the stroll, and anyone who throws the captain's armband is like pissing on the Arsenal shirt. At the end of the day, you don't deserve it. Exactly. I don't think he deserves personal abuse on Twitter. No one should be slagging off his wife or whatever. But if the player doing that when we want to win the game, and do you know what the thing that sells me, and we said this before as well, not one player on our team went up to him to try and push him off the pitch or say, come on, mate, it's all right. They all said, let him be a fucking prick. He's not rated, and Unai Emery's lost the dressing room, mate. 100%.
They don't rate him either.
Post Mortem saying the old troops is back. Who cares?
Exactly.
Who cares?
He should have been back. He shouldn't have gone in the first place. Anyway, who cares?
What's he back from? What's he back from? Who cares?
He's a flip flopper because the other day he was like, "Oh yeah, no, we have to give Emery back him to the end of the season." And this is the thing, yeah, where you have the delusional fans and all those guys that just walk with their hands over their eyes.
Yeah,
that's blind. And this is the thing. You said it last week. You've already spotted it. You already see it. For me, I saw it the first day we actually signed the guy. Because remember, this is a guy that said, I've got a dossier of all the players. I know their weaknesses. I know their strengths. I know how I'm going to improve them. He hasn't improved nobody.
We've gone
backwards.
Do you know what? I don't ever do this, right? But I'm doing my reaction videos on AFTV for tomorrow. I'm doing my if that's the case. I haven't watched the AFTV interviews, right? Because I was on the live before myself. If all they're talking about Xhaka and not about how bad Emery is and the team performance and the conkies, I'm doing my reaction videos on them. All right, let them close my channel down like they did with the Realist.
Yeah, no, it's.
Did you see the comment he made? The reporter asked Emery apparently about Mesut Ozil again. He replied, "In today's game, we improved. Last year, we lost in this same fixture."
Yeah, he's a mug, mate. At the end of the day,
we've improved then, haven't we?
We've improved. He's tying that rope around.
But he was asked about Mesut Ozil, and that was his response.
We've improved, haven't we? Last year we lost, this year we drew. It's Arsenal fan mentality. We've improved.
Exactly.
But what do you expect from stubborn manager, mate? He's never going to come out and I think him even playing Tierney probably made him fucking choke on his Cheerios this morning. He probably didn't want to do that.
Yeah, he didn't do it out of love.
But one thing I would say before we go on to the players and stuff, I'm not going to sit here and criticise any individual player because, in my opinion, I don't think that they know what they're doing, mate. I honestly don't think that any of them have a clue what they're doing. And one example of that, again, I know you've said before about Guendouzi runs around, doesn't do enough, right? Today, first half, sorry. Xhaka is meant to be closing down. I think it was AU came wide with Townsend. He's fucking nowhere, mate. Absolutely nowhere. And Guendouzi's then seen the man run over. Tierney's seen the man run over. We're dragged all over the place. And our defence looks shitter than it is. And I'm not saying they're necessarily the best centre-backs, but they should be playing deeper. They shouldn't be playing a high line.
Who keeps bleeping? Who's got their thing on there? Keep bleeping.
Not me.
I've got no friends, mate. You're my only friends. So.
You know what? I thought Socrates had a really good game today.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did play well. But I wouldn't say he played tactically. But it's not his fault, mate. There's nothing. That middle of the pitch, doesn't matter what three players Emery picks. The front four run forward and the back four run back, and there's a big gap. And then the centre backs end up trying to play the ball forward to the wings, kicking it at Chambers and Tierney on the inside of their foot, so they can't even take the man on. It's shit.
This is why I would actually say let's actually get Jose Mourinho, solely because our problem at Arsenal is that we do not have any defensive tactical structure. And with us, as you said, you could put anybody in the midfield, even if you have Torreira in there, you put anybody in the midfield, but then because we don't have that structure on how to defend and how to get back into a shape, teams will always come and attack us. As I said,
absolutely.
If you watch that Aston Villa match, if you see how many times Aston Villa's players got into the lines in behind us and were attacking us, and you've seen that all season, all last year.
Can I just say one thing? Papandu, you're right, bro. I don't know what ground you're at, mate, because that's not the Emirates. It looks like what's that? MK Dons or something down there. You know, it looks like Battersea Park. Bruv, is it okay for the fans to abuse a player? Yeah, it is. Because he told all the fans to F off. Match going, paying fans to F off.
Do you know, all fans around me today, honestly, I'll tell you what's happening a lot lately in all the games and all, is that all the main season ticket holders are not going. I don't know the people around me anymore because they're just giving away their tickets because obviously they're bored of what they're seeing. It's the same old predictable shit every single game that I'm going to, right? So everyone has said around me that don't normally go are saying, I paid fucking 50 quid to go and watch this shit today. I knew I shouldn't have come. Why have I paid 50? This is what everyone's saying around me. And these are people that I know that go every week, if you know what I mean. It's not just normal fans that's doing it. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand why people can't see it. I really can't. It's ridiculous.
You know what? I saved myself £110 on 2 match day tickets today.
Yeah, you did. Well, no, it was funny. It was funny. No,
you know what?
It was funny.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna go and get myself a pair of trainers. I'm gonna put a few quid more on top, and I'm gonna call my left foot Granite, my right foot Xhaka.
I'll tell you what, though, Emery didn't have chuck our recruitment team under bus though, as well. When he says apparently it's a strategy by the board and Emery not to play Mesut Ozil. It's not at all.
Simon,
Emery doesn't want to play Mesut Ozil. Ralstonelli does want to play Mesut Ozil.
If the ball didn't, then they'd sack him, Simon. If the ball didn't say that or didn't have anything to do with it, I'm sorry, but if my manager was accusing me of saying I didn't want to play with it, on your bike, son, you're out. You don't throw me under the bus. I'm sorry.
Yeah. To me, I think the board's behind it as well. The board's backing it. Because they need to release that money. You know what I mean? They need some of that money to play with and, invest it elsewhere in other players. So I think they're behind it.
But what players are honestly will they invest that in? They weren't going to buy anybody extra in the summer. Even if they sold Mesut Ozil in the summer, they were not going to bring in anybody else in the summer. Now they've said that because of Ozil they can't sort out Lacazette's and Aubameyang's contract. But again, bullshit. That's bollocks because they freed up so much wages over the summer, getting rid of Ramsey, all the other deadwood. So there's nobody that can actually say, we don't have enough money to give to just top up Lacazette also. They've got the money. They've got the money. Again, this is the thing, yeah. I've already said I love Mesut Ozil, and it's a thing where Emery wants to turn us into a team, into his old Seville team with no quality players, a team where you have your 11 Darren Fletchers that just run around and everyone's running around, But when it comes to actually coaching quality players and players with egos and players with big attitudes, you see he struggles to actually control them. But then your quality managers, Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti, they know how to control them big players with big egos. And he does not know how to do that.
He's done that. He's done that with a few players. He's done that.
You know what? Let's talk about this VAR decision.
Fucking
Well,
bullshit.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on it. You know what I mean? I've only just got home, so I haven't seen it.
Well, I've got a mate who's a referee, yeah, and he said that the Zaha one was actually him looking for the penalty, and he wouldn't have given it.
Of course he was, yeah. I saw that.
I
saw
heard
that,
but
man.
I saw it, but for me, once I saw Chambers' legs come out, I said,
Yeah, they're going to give it. They're going to give it.
they were always going to give it.
Don't leave your leg hanging. Yeah.
That is
But the thing
it.
is, right, when VAR confirms the decision, I get the reason that the referee doesn't need to look at a screen because he's already seen it for himself. When it's 2 overturned decisions, why the fuck is he not making use of the screen that we pay for that's next to the pitch?
The thing is, on the Zaha one, right, Chambers left his leg out like a bird doing a lambada, right? Apart from that, Zaha was looking for the penalty, but...
Was he offside, lads, as well? Sorry, we couldn't see him.
I don't know if it was offside, but I can understand that penalty being given, right? But the referee was 2 yards away, right? And he clearly said, in his opinion, he thought it was a dive. So surely the last decision needs to be made by the referee. It should be taking direction from VAR, but how things look in normal time on the pitch and how they look on a television in slow motion are 2 different things, right? Mm-hmm. But going to Socrates' goal and the VAR decision, that was an absolute disgrace. If anything, that should have been a penalty.
Have they even come out and said anything about that yet?
Well, look on Monday. Look on Monday. Didn't he get his shirt dragged? And they ignored that.
VAR decisions have gone so against Emery. It's like anyone think Jose Mourinho is paying VAR so he can get a job.
But you know the funny thing is,
I see a picture on Twitter a minute ago saying that Mesut Ozil was in the office.
I saw it. He was at the game. I saw him on the behind the bench.
Behind the bench, yeah. You know the funny thing is, I don't get surprised by all these VAR things anymore because from the first game of the season. You knew it was just messed up. It was biased. So me now, things where people are celebrating because Socrates came out, did the slide. I don't get excited anymore. It's killed football because now, as you said, you've got the referee that's 2 yards away and said no one got fouled. It was just a tussle because, to be fair, he could have given a penalty for Chambers. But then he said, oh, you know what? They tussled. It broke out. And unfortunately, Socrates was there, smashed it in. So from his eyes, he saw it clearly that them not tussle for it. If the ball broke out and Socrates scored.
Sorry, go on, mate.
Oh no, I was just going to say that if the VAR guy said, "Oh no, I think there's a foul in there," the referee, as Sonny said, should be making the last decision. Say, "Okay, you know what? Let me go check it just to make sure I haven't seen anything else." But if everything looks the same as how I saw it in my own eyes, then it should still be a goal.
Straight.
Why?
Because if anything, it was a 50-50 a collision with them two. So,
that is it.
You know what I mean? Why did it go against us?
But why are they not communicating this to fans? Like there was some weird tannoy shit over the Emirates you couldn't really hear. Like if it's rugby, the reason rugby's not contentious is because you are told what the decision is. And that's it.
Yeah. And they show it, don't
they? Referees aren't accountable for shit. They don't come out and say sorry if they get something wrong. They don't have to do that anymore because of VAR anyway. But why can the fans, even on Sky Sports, if not in the stadium, hear what the conversation between the referee and the fourth official is?
Yeah.
Why?
And in rugby, they show it on the screen, don't they?
It's corrupt, mate.
Yeah.
So many fans are coming out saying they'll take Arsene Wenger back for the rest of the season.
Fuck. Hell no.
Just give it to Freddie. Just give it to Freddie.
Freddie, yeah. I'll take Freddie all day.
Just really, anyone who comes in and doesn't have a tactic but lets the players just play without telling them, come, stop, come, go, stop, they'll fucking do better. Just let them play football. They're all good players, but they've got this fucking ridiculous mentality from the manager who sets us up in a way that we're scared of everyone we play. Every time there's a press conference, Palace, they're like one of the top teams in England. They're fucking shit.
You know what? You know what I'm doing tomorrow? I am doing my Arsenal fan. I am doing my Arsenal fan cam reactions, right? Tomorrow, and it's going to be a big "I told you so."
Yeah,
all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
To be fair, no, honestly, you need to get back on there because I actually want to hear what they say because. Obviously,
all they're going to do is make excuses and then they deflect you away from what you actually want to say and bring it back to something like the Ozil situation.
But lads, this is why I don't want to talk about VAR because we had 6 chances today. We're at home against Palace. They had 4. So forget the VAR goal. If we were battering them,
We should never have been. Yeah, we should never have been
Yeah.
2-0 down anyway. Sorry. We should never let them score two more goals anyway. Should never be in that situation. Bullshit.
Why was Torreira not brought on when they were starting to take over the midfield? Like,
What was he going to do? Stick him at number 10?
And you know
Well,
who I
yeah,
wanted
they
to get
would've,
off?
mate, but what was Saka's point of coming on? We're going to go 4
You know who I
up
wanted to
front.
see off? Laka should have come off. His
Yeah, I
touches were
agree.
bad.
It was
He's not
terrible,
ready.
but exactly.
When we was 2-2 when he took Saka, was it 2-2 when Saka
Xhaka
come
had
on?
a good game. Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
it
Xhaka
was
had
2-2,
a good game.
Stephen, Xhaka cost us the second goal.
What did he do that was... Someone
I know,
please,
well,
please tell me what he did that was good. Not that he wasn't terrible. What did he do that was fucking good? One thing. He didn't make any tackles. He should have been booked in the second minute, and Martin Atkinson decided he wasn't going to book anyone for the first 3 hours of the fucking match.
Listen, Xhaka's a man with a target on his back, yeah? He makes so many mistakes. He's been made the captain of the club when nobody wanted him to do it. So whenever he plays, he needs to play exceptionally. You know what I mean? He doesn't even come close to that.
He needs to put energy. Energy would be a start. Just
Bullshit,
trying.
yeah.
I think most of these are obviously Emery in fans and all. And because he ain't on Emery tonight, because Saka took the limelight, they're all defending Saka now. That's the only thing I can think of.
Man. Listen, you know me.
Bosnian. Conky is the main issue. Guess who's saying Emery is not the problem? AFTV. Conky does not, as much as Conky is the problem, Conky does not, he don't coach the players. He don't set the formation.
He probably don't even know who was playing today.
He doesn't want to play Torreira as a number 10.
That there is Cronky's only problem. That's the only bad thing Cronky's ever done. Not give a fuck about what goes on the pitch.
Conky isn't the main problem on a match day.
Definitely not.
No, he's not. He's not.
Definitely not.
But then
Sam Allardyce would have a tactic for us. Do you know what I mean?
When we signed all the players in the summer, nobody was saying, "Oh, Cronky, I hate you." No,
exactly.
Everyone was saying, "You know what? We actually signed players."
I did.
We were decisive.
He means most people. He means majority.
I've been Conky out from day one. From the time he glued his wig on, I was out.
No, but then what I'm saying is, this summer, I think the only position that we didn't again address was our centre back. But then I think everyone was excited with Nicolas Pepe.
We haven't addressed midfield either. We got kids in to do a man's job.
No, but this is the thing. We got Torreira in there. First half of the season, Torreira was quality. We saw that he got burnt out.
And the second half of the season, he wasn't.
No, because he got burnt out, and you can see that.
He got burnt out because he didn't have the other players around him either.
That is it. That is it.
But that's my problem with Ozil, because Ozil's there now with 3 players that he can play in, and he's not getting the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
To be honest, bro, I don't want to see Ozil play. You know.
No.
So many chances, so many times. He is finished. He's not going to do anything. He's going to come and do the same bullshit again. Lethargic work. Nah, man. I don't want to see him again. Like, people have forgotten, you know. You guys have short memories, you know.
What would you say? What would one word sum up Paul Scholes for you?
Brilliant.
Paul Scholes on Sky Sports on his interview the other day, they said to him, "Who's the one player you want United to go out and get?" He said, "United, spend all your money on getting Ozil." Now, why would he say that?
Yeah, but them lot talk shit, man. Come on, they're pundits. They're gonna say things for the clicks, innit? Listen.
Just regarding Stan Kroenke as well, though, it's not even worth talking about Kroenke now until January, because he can't do nothing now.
Oh, exactly.
To make a major thing, bro.
But they already said there's no money in January. They want Emery gone, mate. And my personal opinion is the board are letting him hang himself.
Yeah, they want him gone. Yeah. You know what?
Balls do not let you hang yourself, Ben.
Exactly.
They want the best for the club. They do not let you hang yourself. They believe in him, Ben. They believe in him.
You actually think that?
They're as misguided as he is.
But none of them hired him, did they?
It doesn't matter. They could have got rid of him, though.
Then maybe they ain't got 6 million to pay him off, mate. That's all I'm saying.
All these Emery-ins and Emery-outs, this all could be sorted if the ball grew balls, in my eyes. If they done our job for us and got rid of him now, all this would be sorted out. Because any manager that come in with this set of players that we've got, in my eyes, I think we'd be doing 1,000 times better. So the ball has a lot to answer.
You know what? This is another load of rubbish tweet as well.
We always hear this.
Aubameyang had no service. Aubameyang was playing on the wing today.
We always hear this.
Aubameyang's playing on the wing today.
He was supposed to be providing the service. When you're on the wing, you're supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Supposed to be providing the service.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
I have
We
to
played a
say-
4-4-2. We played a 4-4-2 today.
We
Aubameyang
did.
was up top. Aubameyang was up top with
The thing
Lacazette.
is- the thing
And I
is-
have to say,
Service in
the
it.
thing is, you can't
But he
get
started out on the wing.
you can't
But-
get service like when you take Xhaka off and then you bring who did he bring on? Saka and put him on the left, and then he brought Tobias back in his position.
I
So
have
we're
to say,
not creating midfielders whatsoever.
Oba was making some fucking unbelievable runs today, and every time Tobias had the chance to play him, he just held the ball for too long.
Yeah.
I'm not defending Aubameyang. I'm not defending any of them, mate.
The only runs Aubameyang made today is probably before the game when he went to the West Indian takeaway.
Sonny, that's bullshit,
And
mate.
he's probably in the toilet in the changing room. What did he do today?
You know what it is, Ben? You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is, right? I figured it out because when I don't mean this disrespectfully to any fans that see at home and watch it, you know what I mean? We're all fans, don't get me wrong. But when you're actually there and you're watching a certain player and you can see what he's doing, you don't necessarily see that on the TV.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I mean?
you
So
don't.
that's what the difference is. Well, you know what I mean? You only see what the TV wants to show you.
But that's why we're going to get loads of shit now about this Xhaka thing. It's going to be, Arsenal are toxic. People won't actually realise that the reason he got booed is because he was strolling off at 2-2 when he's meant to be a captain. End of. Nothing to do with his wife.
Do you
nothing to do with anything.
know what? The fans are defending Xhaka just want to deflect away from an awful performance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
100%.
But again, I don't know if anyone saw it, but even after the debacle, which could have completely fucking thrown us off the rails, we played 1,000 times better in that second part of the second half.
Yeah.
We didn't get the goal, but we fucking did because there's two people there, Guendouzi and Tobias, who can move a ball. Like we don't need players to have to go back to Xhaka to get the ball off him. He's shit, mate. He's just, I feel sorry for him in a way that he's not suited for this team, and a manager's just gone, yes, mate, you're my captain, and everyone around him's gone, he's a cunt and he's shit. Why is he?
But Ben, you know what? If I was him, I'll turn it down.
Yeah, I would have, mate. But then also, I would come out to the fans. He's so arrogant.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
But
he's
Ben,
so
you see what I'm
arrogant.
saying? This guy thinks he's better than he is.
It's
He's
like
like,
me.
yeah, I
It's like
deserve
me
this
playing
shit. I'm
today.
saying.
Like
Yeah.
it's like me playing today and then going, well, they're shit, and they fucking hell. What's Aubameyang ever done for football? Like he's won nothing. He's done nothing. Why is he there? Why has Emery pinned it on him, mate? I don't understand it. Nudes.
Right,
He's got nudes.
let me go through some players with you, right? Do you know what? Everyone in the comments as well, yeah. Let's do some player ratings for today before we forget, yeah. But Leno, Simon. Oh, you ain't seen him, have you? All right, Simon, where was you today?
USA?
Where was you today?
Took my missus out for a meal, anniversary.
Right, happy anniversary, by the way, to you and your good lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right,
man.
rate the food. What'd you get?
I started off with baked mushrooms.
What'd you give that?
USA?
Well, what'd you give the baked mushrooms out of 10?
Oh, I gave him a 6.
Right, he gives the baked mushrooms a 6. Addy, right, let's to the game. But Leno.
I'll give him. To be fair, I'll probably give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. He had one good save in the first half. Again, I think his decision making in the second half was poor when we was 2-1 up. I think he caught the ball one time and he just hit on it. We lost the ball straight away where he should have slowed the game down and then let us get up the pitch. But I'll give him a 5.
Ben?
I'll give him a 6 because of that save he pulled off. Yeah, who was it? Was it Zaha? Zaha, yeah?
No, Banano.
Sorry, Banano. That's it. Yeah. Because of that save, I'll give him a 6 for that.
I was going to give him a 6 because he caught pretty much everything.
Everyone in the comments, we're doing player ratings. We're doing Leno at the moment. You're giving me Socrates, Guendouzi, and everyone else at the moment. We're doing Leno.
I'll give Leno a 6. I just think, for a change, he looked good on crosses today.
Yeah, he was good on cross.
Okay.
He's improved on crosses. So that's it.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 5. He conceded 2 goals. And it was nowhere near that penalty. He ain't saved 11 of the penalties he's faced. So I'll give him a 5. And to be honest, he ain't good enough to be Arsenal goalkeeper.
Right. Martinez is looking much better.
Really?
No.
He's not
I
composed.
said Martinez is looking better. I didn't say he's better. He's looking better.
Oh.
You know what? I'll put Addy in goal over Leno.
Kieran will have a problem with that.
Kieran could do the Europa League games. All right, Tierney.
I'll give him a 7, mate.
Simon, what else did you eat?
I had a San Miguel, but there was no ring at the bottom, so it was able. So I'll give it a 1.
All right, Addy, Tierney.
Tierney, yeah, I'll give him a 7. I think he did well. Got into good attacking positions. There was one chance that he whipped in, got into Lacazette, and then again good save by Hennessy. And I think that's players need to get on the same wavelength as him, because he doesn't waste any time. Gets the ball down, bam, whip it in. They need to get on that wavelength. But 7 for me.
JR?
Sorry, I love the guy, but I can only give him a 5 today. He wasn't really himself, and he seemed very frustrated today. I didn't really get anything from him. He didn't excite me today, as normal. I love the guy though, but yeah, just for that reason.
Terry?
I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to give him a 6.
Ben?
I'll give him a 7, mate. I thought his crossing was on point. I thought he tried hard, and also he went in twice. I think it was on Zaha. He pushed him fucking straight over, and when he went off, he clapped all the fans and ran off as quick as he could. His heart's in it. I like it.
I'll give him a 7 as well. I thought he was right.
The one thing with Tierney, though, he needs to get his energy levels up. You can see that. You could see that in Europa League. He needs to get to that physical strength of the Premier League, and he'll smash it.
But only games are going to give him that.
He's out for a year, isn't he?
Only games are going to give him that.
Callum Chambers.
Apparently, he had a shocker, people have been saying.
I have to say, if the goal had counted, that was great endeavour and work. I thought he works hard. He's just not right back. He should be playing where Xhaka is, so I'll give him a 6.
I've seen the VAR thing on Twitter, and I was mostly looking at Lacazette, because I thought Lacazette had caught the player as they passed the ball to Socrates. That's what I thought. I was looking at Lacazette, and then someone mentioned Chambers, so I looked at Chambers, and then I looked about 5 times and went, what's he actually done?
I'd love to hear that conversation. Surely that will come out at some point, but fuck knows.
I mean, you got Archie saying Callum Chambers was shocking. And then the comment underneath him saying he was fantastic.
I'd
say he was neither.
I would give him a 5. I think his crossing was poor. I remember there was one cross in the first half where he just skied it. Like literally, his crossing was poor. Whereas again, you had 10 on the other side. His crossing was excellent.
JR?
Yeah, 5.
I'll give him a 5. He worked hard. That's it. But yeah, as far as technique and that, a 5.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 6. I thought he didn't play that bad, to be honest, and he's playing in a position that he's not meant to be doing. Again, our great manager is putting players in positions that they don't play.
1 minute. Callum Chambers is a right back. Let's just get that right, yeah?
Yeah, he signed as a right back.
He only became
He's not a right back.
Callum Chambers is a right back. He was playing for Southampton as a right back. Arsenal signed him as a right back.
And he played at DM for Fulham, right?
I'm pretty sure they signed him as DM.
I want him as a centre back. So
he was their best player playing in the midfield.
Ben, what do you give Chambers?
I gave him a 6.
Well, to be honest with you, I'll give Chambers a 5. His crossing was awful. He fucked up our goal for the VAR. I'll give him a 6. But the thing is, what Unai Emery should have done, when Zaha, especially in the first half, when Zaha pushed so far forward, he should have put Bellerin on. Yeah, because there was a lot of space there.
Or even Martinelli, mate.
Did he even do anything in this game today, Zaha?
Yeah,
he got a penalty.
Yeah.
Just that.
Oh yeah. Also, Bosnian. Well done, mate. Bosnian MMA talk. He conceded a penalty.
Yeah.
Was it a penalty?
Now I'll give him a 4. You're right.
I'll knock 1 off and all. 5.
David, the Wally Luiz.
I would give him.
He scored today.
He scored. I'll give him a 5, and the reason why I'll give him a 5, again, he made some rash passes. I think he lost the ball
His
twice.
passing out from the back was terrible today.
It wasn't in the first half.
Not in the first. Second half, that's where he, again now that back post area for the Ayew goal.
Yeah, shocking.
Me personally, I blame Kieran Tierney for that. I actually don't.
Yeah, he come from his end.
And that's like everyone is going to look at Louis and say, "Oh, why is he not marking him?" But where he came in from, I would actually put that on Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, but that's the Emery tactic as well. I don't know if you've noticed, but whoever's playing left back, he leaves fucking left wing, and then he plays like a disjointed right back behind the left back sort of line. I agree with you. He could have been there, but I honestly think that's an Emery shit tactic, and I'm not defending Tierney. I've seen it in 3 games. The last 3 games. Have a look next game.
So what's your marks for David Luiz?
5. Good goal, but he ain't a leader enough for me. I thought he was coming in at the back to show
Terry
up.
and JR, you gave your marks to David Luiz.
5. A few rash decisions.
I'll give him a 4 and then pat him on the back and say go back to
He
the old
scored.
picture.
Terry, he scored.
Yeah, he scored. What we done?
He's putting some good tackles in there as well.
How many fouls did he make? Silly stupid fouls.
Socrates.
Socrates as well.
7 for me. Socrates.
7. Terry?
I'm with you on that, Ben. 7.
Socrates, yeah, I'll give him a 7. He had a good game today.
He showed spirit. Yeah, he showed spirit today, and he scored.
He'd have got an 8 if the winner accounted.
Are they Socrates?
Socrates 6. I don't think if you actually watch the game. Well, obviously most of us watched the game, but then there were times where he actually got the ball. First half, he got a cheap free kick, and I was like, yeah, well played to him. But then second half, I think just before their second goal, he threw himself to the ground, and then they broke again. And
Simon, what do you give Socrates? I don't bother.
That was the waiter, wasn't it, in the Greek place he went to?
Yeah, that's a good idea. What do you give the waiter?
I had a very nice blonde bird. I give her an 8.
Oh,
sorry for you.
Give her a tip.
Well, you give her an 8. I'll give her a 1.
Trust me,
just the tip.
What I'm listening to so far this game, the waitress was more entertaining than the game.
You know what, Magnus? If anytime you want to leave the channel, you're welcome, bro.
let's get to the good one. Come on, I'm waiting.
Midfield.
Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Let's go.
A -11.
1.
-1. Piss off.
1 for all the reasons mentioned already. 1, and that's even being generous.
I'll give him a 3.
He did nothing, Addy.
Look,
Explain that.
I'll explain it. Yeah. Let's take out all the animosity and him playing. Let's take out. He actually didn't do nothing in the game. It wasn't bad, and he wasn't good. He wasn't even average. He just did his job.
Addy, what did you give him?
He didn't even do his job. I'll give him a 3.
So why are you giving him a 3?
You give him a 3.
Take
out all the bad stuff. You give him a 3, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, okay. That's same as a murderer. He was a very nice person until he killed someone.
He said something there. He said he didn't Xhaka. We can't commend him for not being. You know what I mean? For not making mistakes.
Sorry. I mean, he didn't do a Xhaka. Plus,
that's what I mean. I know. Yeah. So you're rewarding him for not doing a Xhaka.
Yeah.
You're rewarding Xhaka for not being Xhaka, but then he done a Xhaka, because he did the second goal. Then he told all the fans to F off. But you're giving him a 3, yeah? All right, cool. You must have been at the same restaurant as Simon.
So before we go on, though, do you think Emery's going to play him again? Do you think he's going to start him again?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll be captain as well.
Emery's out. Emery's finished now. He's done.
He'll play on Wednesday against Liverpool at Anfield.
He won't because it's a cup game. He won't play.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play against Liverpool, but he'll start against Wolves.
Guendouzi.
Hold up, I ain't given my rating yet.
Who gives a shit?
Well, he should just be sacked. Sacked. That's it. He should be sacked.
I gave him an 8 because I think he's done what I've wanted him to do for weeks.
What?
Yeah. Sorry, you're right, Ben. You're right.
Guendouzi.
What's that? Tell the fans to F off and walk off the pitch.
Just show his true colours as a complete fucking waste of space as a leader, let alone a footballer.
I don't know what he is, mate. I don't know his best position. I don't know what he adds to the team. I've got a clue. Honestly, I've not got a clue.
He's got nudes, mate.
He has as much to this team as you're adding to this podcast.
Simon's there going, I'm the best one on the podcast. Turns it on. Jack, give him the armband.
Guendouzi.
I give him an 8, mate.
He wasn't an 8. He was an 8, Ben.
Honestly, he's the only player in that midfield who fucking does anything. He
wasn't. I'll give you time to consider, Ben. I'll come back to you.
7.
Right,
The thing with Guendouzi, though, he runs around on the pitch and looks like an headless chicken because he's got nothing not to work with. He's got no instructions. He doesn't know what to do when he goes forward. He doesn't know what to do when he goes back. He looks lost, so he just tries his best to look like he's doing something.
I'm going to give Guendouzi an 8, and for 2 reasons. First reason was that ball to Aubameyang in the first half.
Second reason, you're high, yeah?
No. Second reason was when he took out Zaha.
Quality.
I've seen that.
You know what? Because you know what? I remember Bellerin and Salah last season when Salah went to score 4-1 and everything. He should have just taken him out. But that I think is smart. Thinking early.
No, Bellerin thinks he's fast, isn't it? So he thought he could catch up.
You know what?
Who did I want to be captain at start of season?
Xhaka.
I think it's all about Guendouzi, isn't it?
Yeah, Guendouzi. Yeah. I'll give Guendouzi an 8 as well for exactly the same reasons, Ed.
You just told me I was fucking wrong for an 8.
It just goes so much. I can stick to your own opinion. You're worse than FTV, bro.
I'm predictable.
I'll give him an 8, but I think he could be 9s every game if he weren't playing with Xhaka.
Yeah,
every game. He spoils him.
Ceballos.
6.
It was
Did nothing, mate. Did nothing.
Simon, I'm going to let you rate Ceballos as well because he's done as much this game than he did all the other games that you watched as well. So, what do you rate him?
Ceballos. Well, where did he play? Where did he play? What position?
On the pitch.
He played away from the midfield because that's where he kept changing him.
He was left wing for some time.
Yeah, left wing for some time.
We've only seen him once in his natural position against Burnley. First home game, that's it.
And what do you think his natural position is?
He played in the 10 today, didn't he? He started in the 10, didn't he?
No, he's played deep line today. He played
He played left midfield today.
He played left midfield, yeah, you're right.
Ceballos is an 8. That's his natural position, an 8.
Yeah.
See, you give him an 8 because his natural position's an 8. Or...
Yeah, I'll give him an 8.
Torreira gets a 10 then all day long.
Yeah.
I'll give Ceballos a 4. I think again, due to his positioning, he wasn't able to affect the game even when he went into centre midfielder in the second half. His passing wasn't quick. He wasn't breaking the lines quick enough. I thought it was ineffective. And if Emery's actually going to keep him not playing in his rightful position, either in an 8 or even put him at a 10 to actually try and create something, then I'll go to Emery and say, bro, let me cancel my loan. I'll go back to Real Madrid.
Springer saying his natural position is at Madrid.
I think again, he's another player that's like he's being sacrificed because of Emery. Like I think he's a confidence player, and he's a man that just put his arm around him and say, "You're my man, you're my creator." He's not got that. He's going on there and doesn't have a fucking clue what he's doing.
You can't put somebody else as a DM.
Madonnas, isn't it? All these footballers these days are so soft, isn't it?
I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5, but that's down to Emery because obviously he's playing him in all different positions.
Malaysia, you're not muted at the moment, mate, but you will be if you carry on spamming.
He's absolutely ruining him, Ceballos, like many players here.
No,
he's making us more competitive.
You know what? I think Ceballos is overrated for one good game against Burnley. To be honest with you, I'll give him a 3. I'll give him a 4 for the 3 positions he played in midfield, and also for his parting in his hair. I'll give him a 4.
Strong parting, to be fair.
It is quite a strong parting.
His hair was parted. His haer was.
I wish I had to have a parting like that.
Parted more than the Palace defence.
All right, let's go to our front 3 who were missing.
I'd give them all a 5, mate. Honestly, I'd do.
Well, let's just take 5 minutes. Let's just take 5 minutes.
Lacazette. I'll start with Lacazette.
I think Lacazette was the best out of the 3, to be honest with you.
Hold on. Lacazette got an assist. That's one thing for David Luiz. That flick on at the near post.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing. So I'll actually give Lacazette I'll give. You know what? I'm gonna give him a 4 because. Okay. I'll give him a 5. Because again, as a striker, you need to be popping off shots. He had one shot, I would say.
You know what?
And then you got that assist. He got the assist, and other than that, I didn't see the Lacazette of old where he'll come in deep, get the ball, link up play.
He's not sharp enough. Yeah, he ain't got no match sharpness. Yeah. He's lacking something, but it will come in it. I mean,
Yeah, it will come.
I've got to give him the same.
4. Aubameyang 4.
We haven't come to him yet.
I thought Ben just said he's going to give 5 to everyone.
Yeah, I'm giving 5s.
I'm just
turn it there, mate. Like, I'll leave it there.
Ben's is actually the silent at the moment. Quickly then. Right, you give 5 to everyone. I'll give Aubameyang nothing. I'll give Pepe 2.
What?
I'll give Aubameyang nothing. I'll give Pepe 2, and I'll give Lacazette.
Pepe wasn't that bad, you know.
I'll give him 10. He got 2 world-class corners. That's what we've been talking about lately. Corners are world-class.
Also, his tracking back was solid, I have to say. He made some great tackles, Pepe.
And he took a shit free kick.
You know, sometimes I wish Pepe didn't track back that much.
Yeah, me too.
I wish he stayed up front a bit.
I think, again, they're not going to defend Emery, but you need to see Bella in
okay.
right back.
Substitutes. Kolasinac.
Hold on, I haven't done my Aubameyang and
Aubameyang.
You're a goalie, man. What do you know about outfield players anyway?
Aubameyang 2 and Pepe. I'll also give him a 5.
All right, cool.
Decent.
All right.
Kolasinac.
It's not even worth rating the substitutes, is it?
No.
Kolasinac didn't touch
Especially on Kolasinac, he did nothing.
Unai Emery.
Oh, my fucking God.
Hang on, but you said the team selection wasn't bad, so why are you
The
complaining?
team selection wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but I think you can fault him more for the subs. So instead of Saka coming on, you should have brought on Martinelli and taken off Xhaka. You know, and the fact that he's made Xhaka the captain, you know what I mean, it's just amplified everything and made everything even worse. So Unai, take a 3.
That's very generous.
One for me. He got everything again. Well, I was happy with the 11. Whenever Xhaka plays,
it was good enough.
Happy, but it was good enough. But the formation he played again, that's what just killed it for me. And then from once you start off wrong. Cool, we still got the 2 goals from corners, but. Again, once you set off wrong, for me, I just knew it was going to be bad. If we conceded, then we conceded before the half time. So yeah, I'll give them a 1.
You know what? It's no point playing 4-4-2 if that's what they're playing. If we haven't got any wingers playing in those positions, to be honest with you, you can't have 4 midfielders in a straight line. It just doesn't work if they're not wingers.
He's another one who I think don't deserve a rating. He doesn't deserve any of my time, Emery. He's shit.
So Emery's assignment tonight then.
Just because he's put a few of the players in that we wanted, why should we give him any credit for it? He should have been doing that since the start of the season.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Yep.
Deserves no credit whatsoever, in my eyes.
I'd give him a 0 for the press conference after.
I haven't seen it yet.
I want to see it. I need to see that.
By the way, I'll have a busy day tomorrow. I'm doing an Unai Emery press conference reaction as well.
Just play in our way bingo. How many times do we play in our way?
I wish I got paid for this shit because they're keeping me busy.
Yeah, I'll give him a 0.
I just saw, what did Unai do?
Oh my fucking God.
AFC Charlie, instead of asking the question, what did he do wrong? Why don't you put the answers in what he done right?
Mm-hmm.
We just said what he did wrong, though.
No, but this guy said that.
You know what? I think that you agree with Charlie, Addy.
What?
You agree with him that Unai Emery didn't do a lot wrong today?
Unai Emery, the fact that he put Xhaka in that team, that was the first wrong thing he did. There's so many things he did wrong.
And then you said the formation, didn't it? Mm.
The formation.
But I thought you're sticking up for him because I thought that top right hand corner where the kid sits, I thought there was a virus in it.
Mate, I was up in arms, mate. When I saw that, I was up in arms. I was like, what?
To be fair, the kid is fuming tonight.
So where are Arsenal in the league now? Then?
Fifth.
Is there Monday night football?
I think Sheffield United, a promoted team, I think are 1 point behind us. Oh, it's 2 points, sorry. I think Crystal Palace are 1 point behind us. We're 4 points behind Chelsea in fourth.
And Leicester.
All this a couple of weeks ago and all that, we're third in the league. United were fighting relegation. They're now 7th, I think.
They're point behind us, aren't they?
Spurs are 11th, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And Chelsea got United next week.
Oh, have they? Chelsea United, yeah. Well.
Anyone who hasn't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and also hit the like button as well, please. Because get his channel noticed. We're the only on his channel on here. I'm the only on his person on here. The rest of them are frauds.
Wow.
So who's your best player and your worst player, Ben?
From the match or at Arsenal in general?
No, for the match.
Best player for me was probably Tierney, with a close second, either Guendouzi or Socrates. But I think for Tierney's first start and the conditions, he's probably sort of been chucked. If I could give him another week's rest, I would have really. But I'd say Tierney best player, worst player has to be Granit Xhaka. Who else can it be?
Terry?
Totally agree with Ben. I think Tierney creates excitement every time he gets the ball and he runs down that wing. It's exactly what we're looking for. And Xhaka, well, I don't know. That's enough.
I like Socrates today. And yeah, Xhaka's got to be the worst.
I agree with you, bro.
Socrates.
Eddie?
I would actually go Guendouzi and I would go Aubameyang.
All right, so Simon, I'm going to let you set the topic now, right? Because you're like someone who's just taken Viagra without a bird. And wearing handcuffs as well. So talk about what you want, because I'm going for a slash.
So who's the next?
Serious.
Who's the next manager then, boys?
Jose Mourinho.
Listen, this Jose Mourinho thing that you guys are so happily accepting, I can't believe it.
Not me.
My heart's beating.
It's all a thing though, right?
Toxic.
It's all a thing though, right? Everyone says, "Oh, Arsenal fans, he called Wenger a specialist in failure. We don't want him."
It was true. It was true.
It was true. That's what I mean. Yeah. But so many Arsenal fans are still clinging on to the Wenger thing. It's gone. It's done. If Jose comes in, he's a serial winner. He's going to have Ralph Sanelli as backup. He never got backed at Man United. He got backed at Chelsea with Roman, and look what he did. Premier League titles and all that shit.
Arsenal spend that money that will require him to be that good manager.
Arsenal, but then everyone thinks, though, Jose is going to go to Ralph Sanelli. Everyone thinks, though, that everyone's going to go to Ralph Sanelli and say, right, I want 200 million to spend. Jose's not going to do that. He's got his front three. All he needs to do is buy 2 midfielders that can support Ceballos or Ozil, if he's still here. And then he needs to get Saliba and Upamecano together. We would have an unbelievable team. I have got Chelsea fans yesterday messaging me saying, I hope Emery gets the job. I hope he stays there. Sorry. I hope he don't get sacked. Because if you get Jose, I'll start getting worried. Rival fans would shit themselves if Mourinho was our manager. Easy.
This is the thing, yeah, with Jose Mourinho. It's not even about the winning mentality or anything like that for me. It's just the defensive structure. It's just, there was a fact when Arsene Wenger was going, yeah, I actually said to myself, you know what? We could either go carry on playing beautiful football and not solve the defense, which is, well, we didn't do anything with Emery because we don't play beautiful football and our defense is still shit.
Yep.
I even was thinking, you know what? Why don't we actually get Simeone as well? They'll actually give us some bite and defensive structure. Same. If you look at Liverpool, when Klopp came in, Liverpool was nice attacking football, but then what let them down was they had a shit goalkeeper and a shit defense. So they were ever going to go anywhere. So what did they say? Cool. I'm going to solve my defense, and I'm going to solve and I'm going to solve my goalkeeper. And they paid big money for them. But then with that, Klopp now has a philosophy of, okay, cool, we win the ball back high, so we don't even need to worry about, okay, where's our defensive structure or anything like that, because we're going to win the ball back anyway after 10 seconds. We're going to win the ball back through pressing. But then if we don't have the players that can actually do that high press, then you're going to have to say we need some defensive structure. So when we don't have the ball, teams find it hard to break us down. But then when we do have the ball, we have the flair players, we have the attacking force to actually go and win and counter attack against teams. But that's the thing why I was thinking we've got the attacking side of it. It's now we're not going to have. I don't think we're going to go and get Koulibaly from Finn, because he's the only other centre back other than Van Dijk. I think he can come in and make a big change in the defence. We're never going to go in because Napoli are looking for 100 million plus with Koulibaly. But then you need someone that's actually going to say, here's my defence, you lot stay narrow, here's my midfield, you lot protect your defenders, bang. But that's why I'll say I'll take Jose.
There's only one realistic manager I'll take at the moment. You know who that is? Arteta.
No.
I'm not getting on this again.
All day long.
Sonny, please explain this, because I heard a few people say this, so please explain
The reason I take Arteta, because he's been working under Pep. You know,
3 years he's been under Pep.
3 years he's been under Pep. You know, he's had his balls on his head. He's been under Pep for 3 years. But basically, I think the geezer will play good football, and he used to be an Arsenal captain. Don't forget.
Exactly. Look what Gerrard's done. Look what Lampard's done. These are all young, coming through managers. They want to go out there. This is what they want. They want to win. They want to play attacking football, and they want to have the fans on their side.
I'm sorry.
Diesel. Are you saying no to Arteta but yes to Mourinho? Because if there's a choice between the two, I'd rather go Arteta over Mourinho.
Guys, hold on. Hold on. One thing I would say, you've mentioned Gerrard, you've mentioned Lampard. They've actually gone to teams and actually managed at teams. Arteta has not managed a team. Lundberg has not managed a team.
Steven Gerrard didn't.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer 2.0.
Steven Gerrard's at Rangers now. Steven Gerrard's at Rangers.
Your team beforehand.
You know what? Ozzy Gunnar's made a point. He'll throw the kitchen sink for Rodgers to be the ideal manager. Brendan Rodgers is at a better club than Arsenal at the moment, for player-wise, right? And he's also got a chairman who's happy to pump money into the club, which Arsenal's are not.
That's Luis Enrique is still out there and he hasn't got a job. That's the one I'd like.
You know, I didn't really follow him when he was at Barca. Was he that good?
He wasn't an attacking manager.
He was very attacking, but with Barcelona they actually played quicker football than they do now, or they have done relatively. They're always going to win the leagues, but like Juventus, right, for a while. But it was faster. He had an actual vision, a proper vision, and he knew his subs knew what they were doing when they were coming on. And he was up on the. He ticks all the boxes for me. I think we were a year too early for him because he had a sabbatical out, didn't he? And then I'd like him though, and he's close with Sanelli as well.
James Fitzgerald. I would not take Pochettino.
How many times, right? How many times have we sat and watched Unai Emery try and explain Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe, Ceballos, and what they can bring to the team? Mourinho sat on Sky Sports when we drew 2-2 to Tottenham and literally told everyone how he'd get the best out of Pepe, how Lacazette would come deep to get the ball, like Firmino does for Liverpool, how he'd structure the midfield, and how your defence would work as a unit. And even every pundit stopped talking and just listened to Jose. That's the power that man has.
Admit, you know, when I listen to him, he explained that he sold it. He made me think this geezer knows what he's doing.
Mourinho will come in and be an absolute fucking threat with us. Sorry for swearing. He would. And rival teams and rival fans would shit themselves, especially Chelsea fans. They would crap themselves.
It's not even a thing where our manager looks at every single team, opposition, and says, in detail, and said, how do I counter them? How do I stop them from playing? Whereas before, maybe Arsene Wenger was too far on the attacking side. Was like, you know what? We're gonna go too gung ho. We're gonna go all out. We're gonna beat them. We're gonna score more than them. Forget about the defense. We're just gonna score goals. I remember 4 or 5 years ago. I think we won a game like 6-4 or something like that. And Arsene Wenger was like, yeah, it's like a basketball match. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Like, obviously, I don't want no basketball score.
Remember what happened in the Champions League as well, when we're 3-0 up, and then.
I think that's wrong. I think you're wrong, Stan. I don't think Mourinho hates Ozil at all.
No,
Mourinho was actually saying in that caption. Mourinho was saying in that caption that ideally a number 10 would feed Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. So he doesn't hate Ozil at all.
And Mourinho was also said how to handle Ozil, whereas at times you have to be strong with him, and at times you have to get your arm around him. But Mourinho was explaining that as well, how we dealt with Ozil.
He had him at Real Madrid. Emery's only had Ozil now.
Yeah, but Addy, it's all good saying that when things are going all right, but when shit hits the fan, you ain't gonna have time for that shit. Ozil come here.
Hold on, remember Real Madrid first season, Mourinho didn't do it. I think in his last season they actually only won something. And
overall it wasn't even that.
Yeah, the pressure was on for him at Real Madrid, and he didn't say, "Oh, you know what, Ozil, I'm gonna drop you." Ozil still played under him.
Everyone, Arsenal Realist is had his channel striked, right? Basically, he can't do any lives and he can't do any comments even on people's videos at the moment. So within 3 months, he's going to be back doing his lives, right? But everyone go and give the Arsenal Realist a follow. He's still going to be doing his reaction videos. So go and give him a follow. And he has got a backup channel if he gets struck off as well.
Yeah, Mourinho, man, that's scary. I won't lie to you.
Mourinho's not my first choice. My first choice is Ten Hag from Ajax. That's the guy.
Yeah.
If I could I'll get him straight away. That's my first choice. Like, God, please send a savior. That's Arsenal sick.
If I had to pick between Mourinho, Arteta, and Emery, Mourinho.
For me,
if I had to pick,
I want a manager to come in, and I want a manager not to be scared of any team that comes to us. I don't want him talking about the opposition. I want him firstly talking about us and what we're going to do.
Yeah.
That's what I want. A manager is so confident with the way we're going to play. We don't need to worry about what the opposition's got.
When I watched that documentary, I can't remember what it's called, about Man City last season, or 2 seasons ago. The cameras followed them all season.
Yeah.
At one point, they were going to go and face Liverpool. Pep kept saying in Spanish, it's that front three, it's that front three. We've got just as much of a lethal front three, and nobody cares. You know what I mean? There's no organisation, man. Today, man, I have to follow the kid. Me and the kid were both Emery in, but today, I've just lost all hope, man.
Flip-flop.
I mean,
as I said to the kid, I'm just glad you see the light. Come over.
Come to the dark side.
Join the cult.
I'm with you lot now. I'm with you lot. Yeah,
you know what? There's certain people in life who are visionaries, and there's certain people in life who wake up when it's too late.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll ask you all a question, though, now, right? Say Emery's gone tomorrow. And Freddie, say Emery's gone tomorrow and Freddie takes over for the rest of the season. Do you reckon he'd actually do all right?
Yeah.
I think he'll do all right to begin with, but I don't think he can take us into top 4.
No.
That's what I think.
He'll steady the ship, but I don't think he'll get top 4.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Let's get it right. Freddie Ljungberg's only been coaching the under 23s for a year.
Yeah.
He's more qualified than Arteta.
I don't think he's got his. I don't think again he'll be able to coach the team. He doesn't have his pro license yet, so he wouldn't even be able to coach.
Give it to Gunnersaurus. He knows better.
I'll have it. Fuck it. At least I'll tell you my team sheet the week before the match.
Yeah.
This is the thing that really pisses me off and all, is that obviously Wednesday night will be totally different cat of fish, because he won't play that team. He'll play a good team on Wednesday night against Liverpool, thank God. But I think we've got Wolves next week, have we?
Yeah, Wolves, yeah.
Yeah.
Away.
And then it's Leicester City away.
Leicester City away. That's the one I'm scared of. Is it Wolves at home?
Is it at home next week, Ben?
Yeah, it's home, mate.
Yeah, at home, and then Leicester City away.
Leicester's away.
It's piss me off, right? Is that I'm going to travel all the way down there I wish that the managers have to put the team out at 9 o'clock in the morning, so then I can make my mind up. Then, if I want to fucking travel all the way down there, go and watch that shit that he puts out.
Simon,
Yeah.
if we got Mourinho, what sort of football were we expecting to see?
I don't think you constantly see boring football every week. I think when you take your teams on like Bournemouth, like at home and stuff like that. I know we've done that, but I'm just making an example. Like Bournemouth at home, West Ham at home, or we went away to Sheffield United and all that. We'd be set up right, but we'd still have Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. Ozil would come back into the squad because Jose would know how to get the best out of Ozil, and he'd not take any shit from Ozil. So you'd have that creativity up front. The problem that Jose would have is trying to find the right balance with his midfield.
Well, do you think Aleppo could change his spots? Because it's like when you got a bird. She when she's not with you, right, and she's got her eye on you, right. She likes you for who you are and what you represent. Then she's got you. She tries to change you. Do you think Unai Emery could? Do you think Mourinho could change?
I think he can. I don't think he'd try and change. I don't think he'd try and change us into like boring, pragmatic football like Man United. At Man United, you could see he were never backed. At Man United, with the players that they signed, maybe the odd two that he might have brought in, like your Lukaku and stuff. But then, are you really going to tell me that he begged for Marouane Fellaini to sign a new contract just to hold a midfield? No chance.
Marouane Fellaini was.
No, he's gone.
I mean,
To be honest,
Teddy's gone. He's gone. Look.
Yeah, to be honest, the only Mourinho I want to see is the first Chelsea Mourinho, and when he came back that first season. Oh no, second season, right? Second season they won the league, right? When he come back, those two very similar Mourinhos. You know what I mean? And then towards the end, the way he made John Terry and them lot turn on him, I was like, wow, these are your guys, you know.